I can have you come and take your seats, we will begin our presentation. Good afternoon. I am Renee Palazzo. I'm the superintendent here at Foster Gloucester Regional Schools. Welcome to Ponaganset High School. If it's your first time out here, hopefully you enjoyed some of the beautiful scenery that we're proud of, as the leaves are just about done changing, but it is a beautiful ride. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. We have a pretty packed agenda. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and spend the time with us, get more information, and hopefully build continued and sustained partnerships. I'd like to introduce Karen Sarkis, our Director of Student Supports. She's going to really guide you through the rest of the day, and there's some interactive components. And then I will be back at the end. And to my left is Mrs. Amanda Grundell, our high school principal. And Karen, I think you'll do some introductions. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it, and we hope you continue your partnership with us.
Thank you, Dr. Palazzo. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for a moment that marks the true beginning of our sustainable future. Look around you. You are the leaders in government, education, and industry who understand the critical truth. The green economy is here, and it's growing faster than we can staff it. The demand for workers with expertise in efficiency, renewable energy, and climate resilience is accelerating at an unprecedented rate. Our current educational pipelines are simply not equipped to supply the certified green workforce your companies need. If we fail to act now, we fail our students, and we stall our economic growth, and we cannot let that happen. And so that is what brought us here today, to do what it is that we are doing, which we are celebrating our grant. We needed a revolutionary solution, and today we celebrate the partnership that made it real. I am thrilled to announce that thanks to the vision of our teachers and the support of the Rhode Island Department of Education, our district has been awarded a highly competitive CTE grant for all, totaling $472,151. We are one of 9 schools to be awarded a CTE grant. The Greenovation Lab is founded on the principle of equitable access, designed as a statewide training hub for advanced green construction and sustainable design. Our mission is to provide all students across Rhode Island with the most cutting-edge education, directly preparing them for high-demand careers and empowering them to build a thriving green consumer market. Crucially, the lab's impact extends far beyond its walls. It will serve It will serve as a cross-curricular environmental literacy resource for all CTE programs, from firefighting to construction to visual arts, enabling every student to develop a deeper understanding of environmental issues relevant to their chosen field. We aim to equip a future workforce that not only builds green, but also champions environmental justice and local and global issues, possessing the essential skills to make informed, responsible, and environmentally sound decisions that will drive sustainable practices across every industry and community in our state. The Greenovation Lab will not be unveiled as a building today, but as a blueprint. And this blueprint is the most innovative classroom we will ever build. We are not just constructing 4 walls. We're constructing functional, deconstructed learning modules. And thanks to this grant, our students will learn by doing, building the entire home themselves. They will be incorporating features like the rain wall collection system to study gray water recycling, and solar panels to master installation and maintenance. They will not just read about thermal mass, they will calculate solar gain using a functional Trombe wall. They will inspect different wall systems using the insulation demonstration wall, to name a few. This lab will deliver the in-demand certifications that get students hired, which is a key focus of our grant budget. We have secured the funds to build the structure, but we need your expertise and partnership to guide the construction to its completion. and your commitment is the final essential element of this vision. To walk you through these blueprints in detail, to my right, is Phil Conti from Studio Jade, and he will show you exactly where your industry input is critical, from curriculum review to equipment prioritization. And now welcome Phil Conti.
Thank you, Karen. Let me just, yeah, we'll go to right here. So it is an honor and a pleasure to be working with you all on this project. It's going to be an opportunity to really cement those career pathways for students that are interested in our industry, as well as integrate the design and construction into the curriculum. You'll see drawings over here and designs that are not simple. They are going to be advanced. They're going to require mathematics and strategic thinking. So we are excited to bring that opportunity to those students that are interested in it, as well as expose them to more challenging work-life realities during the construction of a project. It is a hands-on project, so the students will be building this. We're going to help them as much as we possibly can through the design and the construction. The instructors are going to have a challenging time, but that's okay. That is what will make this project better. If it was easy, you would have already done it, all right? This is going to be a challenge because we're going to get involved in renewable energy techniques and gray water systems and how that can be used to flush a toilet, for example, and what does that look like, and how is that different than what they may see in a typical home. And there will be what I would call advanced construction techniques in terms of wood framing, which we are excited to share. Lastly, this project, as Karen mentioned, is going to support a number of CTE career paths. We've strategically designed it so fire and EMS can perform some of their academic functions inside this building. This is our proposed site. We're going to take a walk there at the end of the meeting. It is a prominent location adjacent to where all the students will be parking, so they're going to see that. We did have the opportunity to meet with the local fire chief, so we are proceeding accordingly. So your neighbors in Connecticut have done this for a number of years. They've constructed their e-homes. We had the opportunity to visit one, and it is good work. They're building these e-homes with the helps of the students and industry partners, and they're learning some construction techniques. But I can tell you that the first one in Rhode Island will far exceed what your neighbors have been able to do. You will set a very high bar, very high, and I'm very proud to be a part of that project. This is a design of the south-facing side. As Karen had mentioned, it includes active and passive solar energy. The gray wall that you see to the right is a trom wall. That's where they'll be able to measure thermal differences through convection of air through the wintertime and the summertime as it can be used to heat the space, as well as rainwater collection and the opportunity for a variety of siding techniques and construction types that we can place throughout the building. West wall, again, an opportunity to explore different materials. That second floor window can be used to repel or to lower things from the second floor for the EMS and fire safety. So the floor plan is set up like a traditional house. We do have a front door and a back door. Lower left-hand corner is what, for lack of a better word, the dining area. But let's really look at this as a teaching space, really. Just as that kitchen could be used for life skills for those special needs students. A handicap accessible restroom, but that wall that faces the stairwell That's a wet wall demonstration where students will be able to see how the plumbing works for those particular fixtures. I know I'm getting into details here that maybe only some of you may be able to appreciate, but we would expect that maybe the first floor toilet is a floor-mounted toilet, and the second floor toilet is a wall-mounted toilet. So you can see how all of that piping works. The ceiling in this first floor restroom should be open and exposed so that you can understand how the distribution works. In the upper right-hand corner, that is really our mechanical room, but it's not just a little closet. It's exposed with glass to another living room, but that's another teaching space where students can gather to maybe look at different types of insulation that we can put on the wall. They can take measurements of the tram wall to see how the circulation of air impacts the space. The stairwell that's constructed, maybe that framing is all open so students can understand how to frame a stair, which is much more difficult than just a wall. And on the second floor, bedrooms, not really, but there are 2 rooms again for instruction. Maybe this is where EMS and fire rescue students are crawling through a little bit of a maze. How would you move a person from the second floor down to the first floor in a house? And again, a restroom on the second floor with it exposed piping. As I mentioned, the framing for this house is not your typical builder spec house, all right? We're going to have to help you out a lot with all of those angles and cuts that are going to be necessary to frame that roof, and we are certainly prepared to do so. This is our tram wall. You see those openings. They're strategically placed, and we'll explain to the students why, and they'll be able to see how it works. Again, the use of technology has really allowed us to help the students understand how almost every piece of wood could be cut. We have that resource available. Long gone are the tradesmen that could do this with a little square. We all need help. We rely upon technology. Let's leverage that. Again, on the inside, we're going to experiment with different types of insulation so they could see the impact of that on the space. They could measure readings off the concrete wall for passive heating, the window for repelling out of the building. And lastly, the north-facing wall, which on our site faces the art wing, could be a wonderful spot for some type of mural or artistic experiment that creates a relatively secure outdoor learning space as well. So there's a number of features here: active and passive solar, rainwater harvesting, advanced framing, exposed plumbing and mechanical and equipment that they can monitor, heat loss, heat gain. And again, it supports multiple CTE pathways, which I think is going to be very important. So I want to go over the schedule. Sorry, it looks a little funky, but in terms of design and documentation, now through November, very confident in that schedule. There's a set of drawings here that I'm happy to share and talk to you about afterwards. And then engaging with vendors and industry partners between November through January. I'm very proud to say that Studio Jade is donating all of our expertise and time for this entire project, from beginning all the way to the end. We're looking to engage with the students at the beginning of January for construction to start with a substantial completion in the fall of 2026. Our grant does require us to be completed by June of 27, so we feel we are certainly within the time frame there. Karen, I'll turn it back over to you, but I'm happy to work with you all and other industry partners to make this happen, and afterwards I'll be here in case you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. If I could have our program instructors, Charlie Myers, Steve Martin, and Chris Stanley to come up for a moment. Do you want to?
Good.
All right. We wanted to show our gratitude to Phil for unveiling the incredible details of this truly impressive building. We deeply appreciate your efforts and dedication in designing what will stand as a shining green beacon for the future of our community. Your dedication and devotion to taking a bold concept and magnificently bringing it to life is truly remarkable. And so we wanted to recognize you for that. Let me step away.
Well, we have a plaque for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, wow, this is great. This is great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But we're just at the beginning.
Yes, we
All right, so, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess that's it.
One picture.
Picture.
Oh, picture of all of us. I'll slide down. Curve around a little. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay? Oh. You're up?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, also joining us today, and a vital part of our team, is Karen Varengia from Clear Result. I need to go back in my slideshow here with no signal, though. I'll have tech come up and assist me in a moment. Karen serves as an invaluable industry partner on our construction management partnership team. She's incredibly excited about this opportunity, and she will be sharing how our students will directly benefit from the groundbreaking Greenovation Lab.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, esteemed guests, faculty, students, friends of Ponaganset High School. It's an honor to stand before you as they unveil the Green Innovation Lab and the initiative and commitment to sustainability, innovation, and student education, which is very dear to my heart. This lab is more than just a physical space. It represents a collaborative vision for a greener future and a dedication to empowering the next generation of environmental leaders. Here, students will have the opportunity to experiment, to invent, and inspire one another, turning ideas into actions and challenges into solutions. None of this would be possible without the hard work and support of the remarkable community. Those passion and partnerships made this a dream come to a reality. Today, we celebrate a place where learning drives lasting change for a more sustainable world. I look forward to working with the team to build the space, supporting the students as they not only construct the building, but their own futures. Thank you all for joining us here on this journey today. A little personal note after I've read my little speech here. This holds a very near place in my heart because I work for Clear Results and we oversee the new construction program for Rhode Island Energy. For the last 8 years, I have seen both residential and commercial projects come to fruition, being as energy efficient as they possibly can, going through the certification processes, the inspection processes, working with the building officials, working with the directors of multifamily buildings, and it pleases me greatly to see that we are going to be educating a whole group of students and beyond once they move on things of this nature. I did go to a vocational school when I was in high school, and although I didn't proceed through what I chose at that time, I never dreamed that I would have the incredible opportunity to be in a field of energy efficiency for the majority of my adult career. So on such big level, I thank you all for being here. I thank you for inviting me. I can't wait to get the kids started, get into the classroom, start to teach them some of the building science behind what they're going to be doing. And that's my story, and that's sticking with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. We deeply appreciate your partnership and what you'll do for our students moving forward with this project. I'm just going to go back just so that we can. All right, so there's a timer up, because that's what we get to do next, is some time for networking in the room. So we have some stations set up so that everyone can get a little bit more of a look at what our project entails. So at this area will be Phil to help bring the vision to life for you, and you can certainly ask him some questions. Our program instructors will be in the center area where those couches are. They will help to answer some questions that you may have about curriculum or certifications or the big picture. And then directly to the left of that area is a place for all of you. If you have questions about how you may get involved in this project, we will be stationed there as well to provide you with some of those answers. So we'll have about 15 minutes of time, and then as we come back, we'll conclude our ceremony and hear some imparting words from Dr. Palazzo, and then take a quick walk to the site. So thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can bring you back together. So I appreciate the excitement, the conversations, and I certainly don't want to stop them. I'm going to pause for a moment. What we'd like to do is offer you an opportunity to visit the site if you'd like to. I'm trying to be mindful of our 2:15 dismissal time. So as I look at my watch, we can do a walk on the site, which is down the hallway to the right. If you'd like to see that, you can come with us. If you're not interested in seeing the site, you are welcome to stay here and continue to engage in these conversations. I want to make a note that we have water and cookies, and they're very good cookies. So you must be sure that you grab some of those. In addition, after this, I think at 2:30, Mr. Martin, is that we have our advisory team in this area. So if you're part of that or you're interested in staying for our construction program, please feel free to do that. So you have options. We'd love you to see the site. If you don't want to, you can stay here and engage with one another and stay for the partnership team. I want to just say openly and loudly, I'm thrilled that you took the time to come here today, but I also want to recognize the work that went into all of this. When you talk about public education, it doesn't happen by one person, it doesn't happen by two people. It happens really by a team of people who invest and believe in what we're doing is right by kids. And that speaks volumes. You can hopefully see that, feel that, hear that today. We are in a pivotal moment right now, something that other schools haven't done. I want to thank Karen for her leadership in writing the grant. I want to thank the Rhode Island Department of Education for allowing us to get the grant. I want to thank our school committee members who are here to support the work that we're doing. I want to thank our public officials. I know that Senator De La Cruz had to step away. I want to thank representatives from the governor's office, and I want to thank all of you community members who are invested in the work that happens at the school, believe in what we can do for our kids. And Phil, I want to thank you as well for your work in taking our vision and making it land on paper. For our teachers who continue to work in the classroom and support this work. So I'm sure that I've forgotten someone. I certainly don't mean to or want to. I thank you to our facilities department. I thank you for our partnership team members. This is going to be pretty awesome. Know that we will make some bumps along the way, but we learn from bumps and we are better because of them. So with that being said, if you want a tour, follow us that way. If you want a cookie, go that way. And if you just want to engage with some pretty awesome people, you can stay in this room. I thank you for coming, and I thank you for your continued partnership and your support of our students at Ponaganset High School and those around the state. Thank you.